Hey guys, it's me and Glam Go. Glammy, what are we doing today? Eyeshadow palette. Let me tell you, there are some words that are a challenge to make goat sounds. Beauty. Okay. This week, we've changed our palettes. As my subscribers that have been watching would know, I am on a mission to use all of my eyeshadow palettes. I don't have hundreds of eyeshadow palettes, but I have enough that, I end up sitting on them. And that's crazy because I don't have the kind of money that I can just go out and buy things that I'm not going to use just because I think they're pretty. So, I decided, I opened my little drawer and went, why am I not using more of, my eyeshadow palettes? So every week, or possibly more, depending on the size of the palette, I'm changing a palette and trying to use every single shade in that palette before I go on to the next one. So last week was Mixed Metals from Profusion. I hadn't even really used this palette. I'm so glad that I gave it a try because I really enjoy it. I'm glad that I bought it because I don't have anything from Profusion, so I wanted to kind of find out what the quality was like. It's good. It's, it's really, really good. And it was on sale. It was buy one, get one free, and they were $8. So let me see. I got two of them, so that makes them $4 a piece, and the other one is not the same shades, and it has kind of a silver cast to the palette. But I put that in the giveaway bin, so eventually one of y'all will be getting that one. Ooh, this is Laura Geller. This is Nomad. I think Laura Geller is better. I'm going to use up the Nomad because it's in a smaller container, but I think the Laura Geller is better. Okay, so we're switching over, and this week, probably going to take us a couple weeks because there's 35 shades in here. The Valentine palette in Scarlett, which, if you're interested in this palette, and if you like pink, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure that she's even selling this palette anymore, but, you would have to go and find out. I don't believe it's a limited edition, so, but if you like pink, this is some pink, let me tell you. It's not a real expensive palette. This one was actually gifted to me. Yeah, decisions. What color? Now I have to turn on this crazy light so I can see what I'm doing. I already used my Wet n Wild eye primer. I use my Luxie brush to find. Now let me tell you what, finding a transition shade in here is not easy. 21 of these are shimmers. Let me see. And the ones that look brown, that one might actually work. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to use that one. I have to remember that. That's the other thing, is now I have to remember which one of these shades I've already used so that the next day I can use different ones. But this third one from the inside, I believe that... idiot. I didn't break anything. That's going to be my actual transition shade. You know, the thing about these larger palettes, and I've really come to realize this, you know, I like the larger palettes because I get so much, you know, I feel like I'm getting like the bigger, better deal. But on a smaller palette, I can actually pick, you know, I can be a little more picky about the colors that I want, although there's not really a color in here that I don't like. You know, and they don't cost as much. Although this one, like I said, I think this was on sale. And while it was gifted to me, I do believe that it was like $35 with like $10 shipping. Something like that. I don't know. I mean, it really, it wasn't expensive. And as with most large palettes, the shades are kind of different. Some of them have more fallout. Some of them have less fallout. You know, I'm just going to do the whole eye with this because I just am. A lot of times I don't do the lid. And the reason I don't is because the shimmers are sometimes a lot brighter if you're not blending with something underneath. This is a great brush for applying your transition color. Now I have a Sigma and a Vasante. Don't even ask me what the numbers are. I have no idea. Actually, I'm going to use the Sigma. Ooh! You know, I'm really going to have to write this down because whatever. So I'm going to go with something a little bit darker. I think I'm going to go with, I almost have to, oh, that's maybe way too dark. That's like a dark, it's like a dark brown. What's this one? Oh, that's another one that might make a good transition later on. What about this one? Well, that's kind of nice. I think I'm going to go with this one right here. I know they don't have names, and the mattes seem to have a lot of, yeah, I'm going to go like outside corner and into the crease. The mattes seem to have a little fallout, you know, but I gotta tell you, a lot of eyeshadows have fallout, so that doesn't really concern me. And really, if you have zero fallout, a lot of times you're not going, they're hard to apply because, you know, there's nothing coming off of your brush. Where, you know, a little fallout, if it's not like, you know, just raining eyeshadow, a little fallout just makes it kind of easier to apply. You know, I kind of like that one. I know, all this pink and I'm going in with browns, right? But yeah, I'm going to do kind of a milk chocolate cherry sort of look. I don't know what else to call it, but yeah. Gosh, wish I could see a little bit better with this other eye, but you know, sometimes it'd be like that. What do you think? Does that look pretty much? Do I need a little more on this side, maybe? You know, because I have some age, and I have the hood thing going on, which in my case means that I have like skin folds, you know. It's kind of difficult because when I open my eye, you don't get to see much lid, and the folds will sometimes just eat up whatever is going on. Okay, I'm going to go with, gosh, I am going to have to write this down or I'm going to lose track of what I'm doing. I think I'm going to go with this third one in here. And I'm going to blend that. Next, I'm going to use the Valentine. Third one in. I got that. Okay. Going to blend that right on top of. Okay, that one didn't have much fallout. The kind of brownish color that I just kicked in there. I need a, well, no, maybe a smaller mirror. I want it to be kind of a chocolate color, cherry color, you know, brown, but a little bit, I guess these are warm tones, so a little bit warm. And kind of want the pink, reddish pink color to just sort of seep out. And this is, you know, it's kind of fun to take these different colors and blend them like this and find out, you know, what you like. And which ones work for you, because, you know, I mean, you might like to do this with a blue or a green or, you know, some other color. Y'all know I got a thing for pink, so obviously. I do think this is kind of neat, though, having that brown kind of on the inside and then letting the pink just sort of seep out around the edges. So, and it takes some blending because you don't want it to just look like brown with pink. You want it to look like it's one color that gets lighter and turns to, or, you know, changes into that pink as it gets to the edge. So, yeah, cool. I really like to use one palette, which is going to be difficult because there's a lot of pink in this palette. I think I'm going to try, okay, so we've used this one and this one and this one. I think I'm going to try this one under the brow. And I wipe off my brushes and go ahead and reuse them, so, you know. Okay, yeah, we got some, yeah, that's going to take some, not quite as light as I thought it was going to be, so we're going to take some blending here, but, wow, yeah, that's definitely, I was hoping for something a little more highlighty. I'm going to go back with my Luxie, and which is a little larger, and I'm going to do some blending and try to kind of lighten that up a little bit. I actually, the entrepreneur that makes the Valentine palette. Yeah, I want to blend that more. Is on my, she's like a Facebook friend, so I do get some, you know, and I have had some conversations with her. And I've made some suggestions, and, you know, I don't know that she actually got it from me or maybe from someone else, but one of the suggestions that I made was, you know, to put a good black in the palette, and by golly, the next palette that she came out with had a nice black in it. Now, like I said, I'm not, you know, I don't know that she actually got that from me, but maybe. And the reason that I like a nice black is not for like the whole smoky-eyed effect, which a lot of people do like. Because I would rather just use the brown. But, I sometimes like to use a black eyeliner, or a black eyeshadow to kind of put over top of my eyeliner, and, you know, like just spray a little all-nighter, Urban Decay all-nighter on there, and, you know, not with this brush, but with the liner brush, and put some black shadow on it, and a lot of times that will really, really set your eyeliner and make it last a long, long time. You know, so I do like a palette that has a nice matte black in it, you know. So yeah, you know, and like I said, this one, I thought it did, but it's really purple. And you could actually do that with any, oh gosh, what kind of a, I think we're going to go with something shimmery. Maybe not. No, that's pretty, but I don't think it'll go with this look. I think we need to lighten up maybe a little bit. Wow. So much pink, so little time. I'm going to go with this one way over here. I am seriously going to have to make sure that I write this stuff down. Otherwise, I am never going to remember which one of these colors I've already used. And we're going to go, like, kind of outside here. Oh, I feel a little bit of fallout with that one. I should have tapped my brush off. Which, you know, that might be one of the advantages to having actual names on your shadows, would be then you can keep track of which one it was that you liked or disliked, or you used or you didn't use, or just keep track of, you know, the shadows. So I think what I'm going to do is just number them from left to right, and then write down the numbers that I used. Okay. Let's go with something, I think maybe light and shimmery. This one right here for the inside corner. Just to kind of, you know, bring that together a little bit, or not. You know, is this even going to go together? I have no idea. You know, sometimes I just jump in there and, well, actually most of the time I have no idea what I'm going to do until I'm doing it. And the reason, in case you're wondering, the reason I have to, like, get all weird with this eye and my arm is because I can only really see well out of this eye, so if I get between the mirror and that eye, I'm kind of, I can't see, so. While I try to make it so you can see what I'm doing, I kind of have to see what I'm doing too. Alright, not bad. I do need, where's that other brush at? I need a fat brush. Nope, that's not what I was looking for. Oh, gosh. Fat brush, there we go. You know, these fat round brushes, I have like 4 of them now, and they don't really work for blending brushes for me, but they do work really good for getting rid of fallout. Yes, very nice. Okay, now we need something in the center of the eye. You know, another thing that I like is that most of these you do not have to wet your brush and they still turn out really nice. Okay, we just used that one. You know, this is a real nice one. I think I'm going to use this one right here. Yeah, we're going to do some serious pink today. And just kind of blend the edges of that a little bit. You know, just so that it doesn't look like, you know, it just stops right here. I like it to kind of look like it, every color runs into the next color. You know, although if, you know, I mean, whatever floats your boat, or, you know, floats your goat, you know, if you like it to be a little bit edgy, that's, seriously, what I always say is makeup is what you like. It's your, in my opinion, your eye creation should be for you. You know, I mean, if you're going to work or whatever, you're doing something that's, I don't want to go under, but I don't want to get too, like, smoky, so I think I'm going to, you know, pink doesn't always do a great job under the eye. Sometimes it looks kind of sickly, shall we say. So I think I'm going to go with this kind of orangey color, and even though it is kind of a shimmer also, and see what happens. Although, you know, purple, well, purple's kind of dark though. You know what, for today, let's just go with the orangey color. See how it works. If I was going to use another palette with this one, I think I would use something that had like a nice shimmery gold and a nice shimmery silver in it. Alright, and something really light. That looks pretty light. Let's try that one. Pink is hard under the eye because sometimes it, you know, if you get too pink, let's try the larger mirror. It'll kind of give you the appearance of having like pink eye or something. So That actually not bad. I need to write down all these colors. So, I don't know. I might be able to do this in a week. That was quite a few different things. Wow. Let's use our Stroke of London. Now, anyone who is interested in this palette or in this company, she is not sold in stores. It's online only. I'm almost absolutely positive. I believe it ships out of Georgia, but again, you know, I could be wrong. You can order from ValentinePalette.com. And no, I have no affiliate with her, although I would love to work on that, because this is truly, I think this was one of the first palettes that I got that was not from a subscription. You know, I mean, the subscription palettes, a lot of them I really, really like, but it's like I actually chose this one. It didn't just come, you know, sent in a subscription. Blah, blah. And basically, someone on Facebook turned me on to this. And it's hard. I don't really like to order things online that I have not seen in person, or, you know, at least seen other products from that brand in person. So I felt like I took a real chance with this, although, like I said, it was gifted to me. But, really, if you like pink, and I mean, seriously, if you're looking at all these new pink palettes that are coming out, Urban Decay has one, Too Faced has one, I think Tarte has one. Everybody's coming out with these pink palettes. This is worth looking into because it has so many shades. You know, it's not a 12, it's a 35. And there are a few shades that are not pink, but there's like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 browns. I mean, you need something to mix your pink with. There's some purples and lilacs. There's that one kind of orangey shimmer. They're not, you know, they're definitely a very nice quality. I will warn you that there's like a layer on the top. So when you try to do like a first swatch or a first, you know, get it out of the pan, you're like, okay, this is really hard to work with. But I think it's just like a protective layer, because once you get through that thin layer, it's like, whoa, all of a sudden they're a much softer, soft isn't exactly the word I want to use, but they're just, you know, they're just a lot better quality. So I believe it does have a protective layer on the shades, but I like this. I think it's lovely, and like I said, if you like pink, wow, huh? That's a nice look. Oh gosh, look at that. Lord Geller. So, yes, that is our palette for this week. Pink. Yeah, okay, pink might not be a goat word. Pink. Yeah, not happening. Okay, so this is our, we'll try to get a couple more of these, but right now I'm thinking, like I said, if you like pink, this is nice. And if I was going to use it with another palette, I believe it would be something with a silver and a gold to kind of, make my highlights and do, some other things. Subscribe to my channel. Glam Goat. If you're not already a subscriber, listen to the goat. So, subscribe, hit that button, hit the notifications. We try to do 3 a week. I am on a mission right now to use every color in every palette that I own. I do have a pan project going on, but since that's also a pink palette, I don't think I'm going to be able to utilize that with this palette. BoxyCharm, Ipsy, I do last month reviews, and I do the openings. We just try to have fun, try to find out what works for the least amount of money. I have really dry skin. I live in a very humid area in Florida, so, skincare for that type of thing, colors for that type of thing, just plain having fun. Love to hear from you. So, just drop a comment, say, hey, do you like pink? Even a palette like this would be nice in blues or greens or, whatever color other people, not everybody is as into pink as I am. But, for my subscribers that have been with me, thank you so much. I can't believe that this is actually starting to become a real thing. I mean, we only have a little over 100, but I feel like there's some real participation going on. Share with your friends, and until next time, I hope you wake up dancing every single day. Bye-bye.